slowing up. Big drip, they need more than a cup. Mind on the money, can't worry about them. Fuck what they say, they ain't holding me up. And the whip used to sleep on the floor, take the bus. It was fucking my pride, I'm not having enough. I was down bad, bummy, down bad, hungry. She fuck with my soul. At a trap, getting money. Day and night jigging, I was playing my role. They ain't never understood me, never seen the vision. Had to leave them alone. Circle got smaller, changed my number. Can't call it no more. Yeah, I don't lose sleep on shit. Only lose to investments, they give me some M's. Yeah, that's the big boy flip. They try to come back like they didn't forget. Jealousy turned them niggas to a bitch. My blood brothers, yeah, I'm dying for them. If you ain't blood, bro, fuck what you want. I'm known to stay with the fire. My left got the blunt, my right got the gun. Never know that I'm not ready to die. So I stay in the tuck, give racks to my young boy. Brick by brick, build it up, they don't build it like this. By myself, they ain't taking this hit. If I lose, then I do it again till I went out of school. Went through the rain, fell in the trap. I put the work in.
Yo. What's up? My boy Notes in the building. What's going on? Good to see you. What's the word? Man, ain't shit going on, bro. Just chilling. Just getting on the live. We got 4 people in the building already. Hit the like button when you come in, man. Hit the like button when you come on in. We're going to let a few more people get in here. We got some boxing talk to attend to. This is Mazuma TV. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob. We in the building. Hope everybody had a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive weekend. Just kicking it at the crib right now. Yeah, I mean, slow ass Sunday. Yeah, it was regular shit. But we here now. Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to go on live with Southpaw around like 8 o'clock, but he ended up canceling it. So we're gonna kick that. We're gonna kick things up a little bit later on this week for sure. Yes. Shakur Stevenson fight week this Thursday, I believe. Yep, definitely. It's definitely what it is, but we're going to get into a little bit of that, and then towards the end, we're going to start doing open topics. I'm allowing people to come on. If you would like to come on and talk your talk, then feel free to come on. This is how we're going to do it, man. That's how we're going to do it today. We're going to have some open topics after these 2 conversations, because there really ain't much to talk about. You know what I mean? Like Shakur Stevenson versus Santos, we've been talking about that for weeks now. I feel like Mazuma TV and all these other platforms on YouTube are speaking about this fight more than the actual promoters themselves. But as far as I understand, for what I can see right here, it looks like Top Rank just put out an episode of Blood, Sweat, and Tears for Shakur and De Los Santos. I'm gonna check that out after the live. But they dropped that about an hour ago. Shotgun left. Shout out to Shotgun in the building. We got 7 people in the building, man. Hit the like button when you come on in. Shotgun left says Santos looking ready, not gonna lie. Well, I'm sure he motivated, man. He motivated. This is the biggest fight of his career. He got a couple upset win. He got an upset win on his resume and got another good win in his last bout. So I'm sure he understands that a win against Shakur Stevenson is life changing. You know what I mean? From as far as I'm concerned, Santos is from the Dominican Republic. And a good portion of DR, man, they come from the bottom, man. They come from nothing. So with that being said, it's like he understands that this could be life-changing and this could put him on the road to success and generational wealth if he defeats Shakur Stevenson. If he beats Shakur, his stock is going to raise through the roof, and he's going to be set up in even more money, higher money fight type situations. You know what I mean? Bigger prize fights. Says Santos gonna get cooked. Y'all niggas gassing bro up. Yeah, I got Shakur Stevenson winning. I think that he just a tier above Santos. But even if Santos puts on a great performance, I still believe that he's gonna get big opportunities on the way up. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna be granted opportunities. Even if he's impressive just a little bit, people gonna say that Shakur overhyped and everything like that, because Shakur is such on a high pedestal right now that even if a dude, like let's say he landed a shot that may buckle Shakur legs or something, they gonna gas that up, bro. You know what I mean? Just like how they did with Isaac Cruz and Tank. You know what I mean? Isaac Cruz, I don't even know if he won a round. He got completely outboxed, taken to school because he didn't get knocked out. and was the aggressor the entire time, had Tank on the back foot, they was gassing Pitbull up. And he actually got more popular after that fight. So, you know what I mean? Shakur's going to have to utterly dominate in this fight if he wants to avoid criticism at all costs. But then again, let's say he smoked De Los Santos, stop him early or something. A crazy situation like that. They just going to call De Los Santos a bum. And that's just what happens when you that talented of a fighter, bro. When you're that talented as a fighter, they'll discredit you any way possible. If you beat them, that's what you're supposed to do. You fought a bum. And if you lose to them, you overhyped. You wasn't who they thought you was. All that good shit. That's just something that the people got to get used to, man. You ain't never going to satisfy any sports fans. It ain't just, people just be thinking this be boxing. This ain't just boxing. This fans in general. Fans of sports in general. You know what I mean? When you somebody like LeBron James, you know what I mean? No matter what you do, it ain't going to be enough. LeBron could drop 50 points in a game. And you already know what they're going to say about it. What's your thoughts on Adorno? Well, there's two of them, but I'm assuming that you're speaking about Joseph because he fought De Los Santos. Joseph Adorno, as far as I'm understanding, he was signed with Top Rank. And he had a lot of like gimme fights. You know what I mean? They was matching him real strategically. And something had happened where he had been granted a big money fight. Not a big money fight, but they put him in a big fight. And something had happened where he had pulled out of the fight or whatever. What the exact reasons were, I'm not sure. But since then, from what I've heard, he got on bad terms with Top Rank, and then Top Rank kept trying to line him against certain dudes, and they put him in there with Jermaine Ortiz. And I honestly thought if it wasn't, I think it was called right. You know what I mean? I thought it was a draw. But what saved him was the knockdowns that Adorno had. You know what I mean? So after that fight, I believe Top Rank released him. Then they started using him as like a gatekeeper for PBC fighters. You know what I'm saying? I think it started with Elvis Rodriguez. He ended up losing to. And then he went on to lose to Edwin De Los Santos. I'm not sure if he lost to somebody prior to that. I'm not sure, but Adorno, he got a strong left hook, man. He got a strong left hook, good hand speed. He's like a stereotypical Puerto Rican boxer. Strong left hook, good combination punches, hand speed. You know what I'm saying? But obviously he's not an A-level fighter in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like he might give an A-level fighter some trouble. With the certain qualities that he may have, but he's not A-level. He's probably like a B- C+ type of fighter. If I were to grade him, no disrespect to him, it's just that there's levels to boxing, and I think that if he was that high level of a fighter, then he would have shown it by now. You know what I mean? Disrespect to him. I don't know him. I've been around him. I've actually spoke to him before at the 2300 Arena in South Philly, but I don't know him personally. That's just my honest take on him. You know what I mean? But he got a brother named Jeremy Adorno too. And they some good fighters. I think they from out Allentown. I don't know if they still train with their father. I don't know exactly what their situation is, but yeah. You know what I mean? I still remember the casuals that was hating on Boots against Karen. Exactly, bro. And Boots won every single round against Karen. You know what I mean? How you blame the aggressor that's actually trying to make the fight happen for having a bad fight? Why didn't y'all blame the dude that was on the bicycle for 12 rounds not trying to engage with him or even try to put himself in any 50-50 type situations or anything like that? He felt Boots' power. He thought it was best to survive. He didn't want to get knocked out. And if y'all have any type of experience in boxing, you don't even need to compete. If you ever sparred against a guy who wasn't trying to get knocked out or wasn't trying to take chances against you, you will understand the difficulty of trying to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely difficult. You know what I mean? And that just is what it is, bro. You're not going to – I don't care what nobody say. You could be a phenomenal fighter like Boots. There's always going to be at least one or a couple of performances you have that the fans not satisfied with. That's just the reality of boxing. Some days you're going to look better than others, or some fighters may make you look better than others. You might run into a style eventually that just make you look bad. That don't make you a bad fighter. It's just a bad matchup. And that's just what it is, bro. William Jimenez, what up, homie? What up, what up? Zors, he said, I don't think Loma has it anymore. Well, I think that he's not the same Loma from 26 and 30, but he's still dangerous. I don't know how people could say Loma don't really necessarily have it anymore when a lot of people thought he beat Devin Haney, who was undisputed champion of the weight class. So if you have a close, controversial fight with the undisputed champion of your weight division, can you necessarily say that you don't have it anymore? He might not be as dangerous as before. He might not be the Loma that fought like Jason Sosa or Gary Russell or any of them type dudes. Even Guillermo Rigondeaux, he was on the come up, and Rocky Martinez. But, you know what I mean? He's still dangerous. I still think that Loma could beat a lot of them guys at 35. He's just, you know what I mean? When you have over 400 amateur fights, bro, what is he, in his early 30s? 32, 33 maybe? That's a lot of wear and tear on the body, man. That's a lot of fights. And then and you have a training camp. I'm assuming he had a training camp for each one of those. He's been in training consistently for those 400 fights. And then he's been in, I don't know how many fights he has now, maybe like 8, maybe around between 15 to 18 fights. Those are 15 to 18 type training camps, and those are brutal, man. Those are brutal. You're going to slow down eventually, bro. Like De La Hoya said, I don't agree with De La Hoya all the time, but he says that boxing is a small window and it's closing more and more as them years go by. And if you expect a fighter to be the same fighter they was from 26 to 36 or from 22 to 32, you're sadly mistaken. Whether it's good or bad, fight is going to change through time. You had Loma winner, or you think Haney edged it out? When I first watched it, I thought Loma won. I thought Loma won the first time I watched it. Then when I watched it over again, I really underestimated. I don't know why. It might have been the commentary, which I'm rarely fazed by commentary because at the end of the day, I pay attention to what I'm seeing. But when I watched it over again, it was some rounds that I leaned towards Haney. And then I watched it. I thought Haney won the second time. And then when I watched it afterwards, trying to pay attention to what both guys are doing, man, it was either draw or 7-5 either way, bro. Draw or 7-5. Like, when people say Haney won, like Anonymous just said right there, I can't knock it. If somebody believe that Lomachenko won, I can't knock it. If you had it a draw, I can't knock it. It was that close of a fight. You know what I mean? And the fact that Loma, being an undersized lightweight, given one of the biggest lightweights in the division and the undisputed champion of the division, a close, razor-thin type fight, you got something left in the tank, man. William Jimenez say, yo, Mark, what up, brother? I think Shakur is that special fighter that gives a fighter like Loma a bad day in the office anytime. I think Shakur gives, with the type of style that he has, I think he gives anybody a bad day in the office. You know what I mean? There may be some fighters out here that's able to defeat him. You could defeat somebody and still have a bad day in the office. You know what I'm saying? And I think Shakur Stevenson, one of them type dudes that stylistically he a nightmare for just about anybody. Somebody who is as defensively sound as Shakur Stevenson, go and give somebody trouble. You know what I mean? If you're swinging at somebody, if you throw 8 punches and you just so happen to land 1 or 2, missing them 6 throughout the course of 12 rounds got to be exhausting. Not just physically, but mentally, like, damn, I can't hit him. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one aspect of Shakur Stevenson. Another one is, it seems like as he's going up in weight, he's getting stronger in terms of punching power. So he has he's not the biggest puncher. He's not a knockout artist by any means, but he has some respectable pop on his punches where if he was to accumulate it, it could be an issue for you in them later rounds. Then on top of that, he's accurate. I've seen him drop dudes with body shots that didn't even look that devastating, but because he hit them in the right spot, they folded. So you're not only going up against a guy with solid pop, but you're going in there with an accurate puncher that can hit you in the right spot and end the fight. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, it's hard to get in range to land clean on Shakur. So not only is it hard to land on him in close quarters, but it's hard to close the gap on him as well. So he poses a lot of problems. He poses a lot of problems for fighters in terms of attempting to his opponent's going to have a hard time hitting him, and then they're going to have a hard time they're going to have a difficult time with his combination punch, and he varies his shots real well. Like, he'll start up top, and then he'll stab the left hand downstairs. So he's unpredictable with his combinations as well. So he's, well, just all around the board, bro. Just he's a tough fight for anybody. You know what I mean? Notes, Gervonta beat Shakur in under 6 rounds. Oof. Man, if he do that, that's a statement, bro. Under 6, that's a statement, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anybody that could beat Shakur under 6 is goated. Crazy. Arguably the best southpaws at 35 aside from Tank are naturally right-handed. Yeah, I seen Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade arguing one time. He was like, Jamal was like, man, you right-handed. You a fake southpaw. Andrade was like, yeah, I guess I am a fake southpaw. He said, but I could fight. You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes not really left-handed for real. You'd be surprised. And then there's a lot of orthodox that are fake orthodox because they write with their left hand. Miguel Cotto, Andre Ward. Miguel Cotto, Andre Ward, Oscar De La Hoya. Those are 3 most famous ones I could think of off top that are orthodox, but they left-handed. So that shit go both ways. Pause. Yeah. We got 20 people in the building, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, please. Let's get the algorithm up and going, man. As soon as you step in, just hit that like button. It's much appreciated. Helps the channel a lot. Thank you very much. So let's we got a nice little warm-up going on right now. So let's get to talking about exactly what the topics are today. And one of the topics that we're going to be speaking on will be Shakur Stevenson wants Vasyl Lomachenko after Santos. Now, I'm going to ask y'all. Yeah, that's all facts. Shotgun. Andre Ward is naturally left-handed. Yes, he is. Yep. I heard Carl Frost say, man, his jab feels like a power punch. I'm like, yeah, because he's hitting you with his power hand. You know what I mean? It makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I did not know that Shakur was right-handed, though. I actually didn't know that. That's interesting. But, yeah, so Shakur Stevenson, he's facing Edwin De Los Santos this Thursday. I know it's unusual to be saying that a fighter of Shakur Stevenson's level is fighting on a Thursday, but nonetheless, that's what's going on. And it seems like Vasyl Lomachenko is going to be fighting George Kambosos next, from what I understand, because Kambosos has been calling that out for a while. I don't know what necessarily is the holdup with Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't know if he's attending the Ukraine during the war. I don't know exactly what's going on. He could be in California training. I don't know. Maybe he needed a nice little rest after that fight. Because I know they also disputed the decision against Shakur Stevenson. They appealed it or whatever. But from what I understand, Lomachenko is going to fight George Kambosos, which he should be able to win, but that may be a tough fight because although Kambosos had a hard time with the guys like Devin Haney and stuff like that, he still got dog in him. You know what I mean? He still got dog in him, and he's game. Kambosos is game. He's beatable. He's very beatable, but he's game. And after this performance against Devin Haney, like I said, Vasyl Lomachenko is on the older aspect, not in terms of age, but how much wear and tear he may have on his body. He's had injuries left and right. He's had over 400 amateur fights. I think his record was like 396-1. So on paper, as far as we know, he has 397 verified fights. There's no telling how many fights he had that wasn't counted. You know what I mean? Because when I look at my guys' amateur records, sometimes some of their fights don't even come up on the system. So that's 397 confirmed bouts. You know what I mean? And that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Some people stay in the amateurs too long, and that's why their career in the pros fades out pretty quick. It fizzles out pretty quick. You know what I mean? So it seems like both of these guys got fights set up right now, but if they were to come out victorious in both bouts, they could be facing each other, which is still, it's a solid fight. But at this point, it's starting to look like Lomachenko, although he's a high-level world title level kind of fighter, seems like he's becoming like a gatekeeper for the young dudes. You know what I mean? Whether we talk about Teofimo, Devin Haney, if he fights Shakur Stevenson, he were to lose to Shakur next, then it'll start to look like, and then he had a close fight with guys like Jermaine Ortiz and stuff like that. That could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? From what I understand. I didn't really watch the fight like that. But from what I understand, it was a fight that could have went either way. So, assuming that they both come out victorious, Shakur and Loma may face each other. They're both under tie rank. Bob Arum love the in-house fights. So that's just looking like that's what it is right now. You know what I mean? That's a fight I'll pay attention to. That's definitely a fight I'll pay attention to. Mastermind 96 believes that Loma beat Shakur. Okay, I disagree with that, my brother, but I do respect your opinion. I think that Shakur will have the easiest time with somebody like Loma. That's what I personally believe. Out of all those guys, that Teofimo beat him quite easy because he won like 7 rounds. He won like 6 rounds in a row and then grabbed like 2 rounds towards the end. But he had a little bit of an easy time. But I think with Shakur's ability, with his with the attributes he brings to the table, I think that Loma's gonna have a really hard time finding his way in. Considering that Lomachenko has short arms and he's so short and just small overall, and relies on his feet to close the gap. Because Shakur has fast leg, he doesn't really use too much movement, but he has fast feet nonetheless. Shakur, from what I've seen it in the Valdez fight. I think that when Loma attempts to step in, Shakur is already gonna be naturally programmed to take that step to get out of range and then fire off to keep Loma honest. I think that it'll be a fight that it's not going to be as exciting as people think, especially at this stage of Lomachenko's career. Like I said, this would have been 126 to 130 Loma when he was out here dominating. He may have had the edge against a young Shakur. You know what I mean? That's just what I personally think. Mastermind comes back and says Loma is the only fighter at 35 that gives Shakur problems. So you don't think somebody like Tank could give Shakur problems? Maybe even, I mean, Devin's not at 35 anymore. Never mind. Well, he still got the belts at 35. So, yeah, so you don't think even a Devin would give Shakur problems? I think that Shakur could beat Devin. I think he will beat Devin. But you don't think that Devin will give him problems? Yeah, Mastermind be in his bag. I don't know. He got some controversial opinions for sure, but like I said, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Ralph said Shakur should know Lomachenko is not going to fight him, and the media is not going to pressure Loma to fight Shakur either. Well, this is the thing, Ralph. From what I understand, Loma doesn't usually fight guys that don't bring anything to a table in terms of belts. You know what I mean? But Shakur Stevenson's fight against De Los Santos is going to be for the Vegas WBC title. And being that Loma is very motivated by the hardware, by the trophies, that may give him a reason to fight him. That may give him a reason to fight him, because we got to understand, Loma did not want to fight Devin Haney neither. It wasn't until Devin Haney got them belts that he was intrigued to fight in Devin Haney. So I don't think it's a fear thing. I think it's a what is it worth type of thing. Like, Loma won't fight a dude who really don't got a belt unless they in the way of a possible, unless he needs a warm-up fight or a tune-up or whatever. Maybe he'll consider a lower-level guy who don't bring nothing to the table. But in terms of, like, elite guys, I don't think he'll really fight them unless a belt is on the line. It has to be some type of jewelry on the line. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I personally think. I think Shakur is a bad style matchup for Tank. Well, like I said, I think he's a bad style matchup for anybody. But just like anybody in boxing, everybody is beatable. So, I mean, it is what it is. So that's what's going on with Shakur Stevenson. He's fighting this Thursday against De Los Santos, and he says that he wants Lomachenko right after. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's him necessarily overlooking De Los Santos by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think that, you know what I mean, he thinks about the future. You know what I mean? Not necessarily living in the future, but thinking of the future and what really holds up in his career, what's going to be next in his career. I'm sure he thinks about that a lot. And he visualizes the Lomachenko fight. You know what I mean? And even though Shakur has been upset with Lomachenko in the past for not fighting him next, um, I'm sure that Shakur would take it pretty quick if that were to be offered to him. So that's what's going on, man. That's the first topic out of the way. And another fight that's coming up, I believe it's next week, right? November 20th. Yeah, that's next week, bro. That's 13. It's 13 days until that fight. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm sorry, because today is the 12th. So 13 days will be the 25th. So a little less than 2 weeks until David Benavidez fights Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight that I'm really looking forward to, man. David Benavidez has been putting on great fights this year. He's one of the fighters of the year, especially if he defeats Demetrius Andrade up next. In my opinion, Terrence Crawford got it hands down due to his phenomenal performance against Errol Spence. However, I think he should be a strong honorable mention if he defeats Demetrius Andrade because he beat two quality guys in 2 years. I mean, in 1 year. Caleb Plant, who's a former world champion, one of the top dogs at 168 pounds. Then he goes on to beat one of the most avoided fighters in the sport. Fuck the weight class, because he only got one fight at 168. But him to fight somebody as dangerous as Demetrius Andrade, who's been ducked for years in boxing by top caliber dudes, that's impressive, man. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of mixed reviews about it. I've been saying on my channel publicly that although I do believe Benavidez will edge out Demetrius Andrade, this is going to be his toughest fight to date. And I think as the fight is getting closer, there's more people that's believing in Andrade. You know what I'm saying? They just put out an all access, I believe, yesterday or the day before. And it was a dope all access. You know what I mean? They definitely training. I seen that Demetrius Andrade out there with Andre Rozier getting that work in. He working with snacking them, getting his strength and conditioning in. And then David Benavidez, spending a lot of family time. I mean, he training around his son and his wife, training with his brother, and he seems like he's real at peace. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like he's distracted at all. He seems extremely focused, and his support system is really behind him. This camp, he didn't. I don't believe he actually went away this camp. I think he just chilling with the fam, and that's dope. That's dope for a fighter to have a peace of mind while he's going into camp. They say a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. And it seems like that's where David Benavidez is at right now. I don't particularly know the specifics. I don't know what he's going through. He could be going through hell being around his family. I don't know. But from what the all access is showing me, seems like he's in a good spot mentally. So we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. Mastermind says, hopefully David beats Andrade. Yeah, and it was crazy was when I was young, I was a huge Demetrius Andrade fan. It's just that throughout time, he was so inactive, it was hard to stay behind him. I still respect him. I still like him as a fighter. I love his abilities, but a lot of his prime was just wasted, man. It's unfortunate, but he's still dangerous, still undefeated, still a two-division world champion. And he's still one of the most avoided champions in boxing. So obviously he's still doing something right. He hasn't necessarily fell off. You know what I mean? And at one point I might have rooted for Andrade to win, but being that David Benavidez is one of my favorite fighters in boxing right now, I'm rooting for David Benavidez to win as well. I hope he defeats Andrade. You know what I mean? But I hope it's a great fight all around. And if Andrade finds a way to upset him, 168 going to be cooking. And I would love to see Canelo's reaction. I would love to see how Canelo reacts to Andrade beating Benavidez if it were to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yep. David Benavidez looks like an all-time great at this point. Well, it could be true. He might be an all-time great. He gets a lot of respect from the all-time great Mexicans. In that episode, I seen that he was training with Marco Antonio Barrera, who's one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. And that he was FaceTiming Juan Manuel Marquez, who was really rooting for him to get that Canelo fight after this one. That's another all-time great Mexican fighter. Probably my favorite all-time great to come out of Mexico is Juan Manuel Marquez. So he's respected by all-time great fighters. So they must see in him what they see in themselves. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he might be an all-time great, but it's too early to tell right now. You know what I mean? He hasn't even unified yet. He hasn't had that big like legacy defining name. So we just gonna have to wait to see. You might be right, you might be wrong. You know what I mean? But he's already made history. He's the youngest super middleweight champion in boxing history. So hats off to him, man. Andrade, one of my favorite fighters, but his career has been disappointing. I think the word disappointing is doesn't describe it enough. Cause I think Andrade could have been in a much better place in his career if it wasn't for the business move that he's made. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have been easily one of like the top pound for pound dudes if he would have moved more correctly. You know what I'm saying? I got Benavidez winning, but this might be a loss for David. David might be underestimating Andrade like how Spence underestimated Crawford. I see what you're saying, Sean, but I don't think Spence underestimated Crawford. I think that he might have underestimated him in a way where he thought that he would have stand up to Spence's pressure. I think that he just went about the strategy wrong. I think he didn't listen to his coaches at all and just felt like he knew what was best. And he just went against the game plan. That's what I think, which is a lack of discipline on his part. And it may be some underestimation to that. But I think he knew exactly how good. I think he knew Crawford was good and that it was really like although he was confident in himself winning, I think he understood that it was a close fight. But I just think he took the wrong approach. Andrade, Rigo, same career. Now, that's an opinion that you have that I agree with. You know what I mean? But I think at least Rigondeaux got like the big fights. He had to move up 2 divisions to fight Loma, and he got a body like Nonito Donaire in his resume. But so Rigo's career might have been a little better. You know what I mean? But they do share a lot of similarities, bro. They share a lot of similarities for sure. I actually agree with that. And that's sad. And there's always gonna be fighters like that in this era. Whatever era we go through, there's always going to be a fighter that falls victim to the politics of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but it's true. William Jimenez is back in the building. He says, I think the winner of Benavidez Andrade will beat Canelo. It's a pick your poison. I see what you're saying. I think both of them guys have styles that bother Canelo. With Benavidez as a high volume pressure type fighter, that's what bothered him against Bivol. He didn't like Bivol's volume, and he didn't like the consistent pressure that had him on the back foot. Benavidez presents that. Now, Andrade, who's a southpaw, fast hands, he could be a volume puncher as well, and he got great movement. Canelo don't like guys that like to take him for a walk, man. He don't like that. He'd rather you stand in front of him and he give you it and give him opportunities to counter. Andrade not gonna be there for that. So, I see what you're saying. It's a pick your poison for sure. Read my last comment. Do you agree? Let me go up to Lopez. I know you're from Philadelphia, but Bud with wash boots, I don't care what anyone say. All right, you entitled to your opinion, bro. I ain't about to sit here and argue with you. You know what I mean? I don't know why you was hell-bent on making me read that comment. You know what I mean? I disagree with you, but you entitled to your opinion. And if they were to ever fight, hopefully – you're in the chat regardless of the outcome, whether you right or wrong. I hope you in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's all I hope. That's what I hope for sure. I recently watched this fight with Selecki, and he looked phenomenal in that fight. Yeah, bro, and I seen Selecki fight live. He fought Gabe Rosado at the Leah course, I think, on that DAZN card. Selecki could rumble. And then he gave Daniel Jacobs a tough-ass fight. So going into that Andrade fight, I was like, damn, Selecki could probably give me some work. But bro, Andrade snapped on Selecki, bro. Like he was just in a different type mode. And that just let me know, like, yo, Andrade is really a problem. I always knew he was a problem. My favorite fight, if y'all ever check it out, man, my favorite fight from Demetrius Andrade was against Willie Nelson. Love that performance. That performance was A1, bro. Like, he looked like he was just in a different mode. He was dialed in on a different level that night, bro. I love that fight. If you ever see that, go check it out. Slimeway, what up, homie? What up? What up? Tapping in with the usual. Yo, Claymore in the building, man. That's the man right there. I will be in that chat. What that be meaning though? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that regardless of what happens, whether you right or wrong, I hope you in the chat so we can discuss further. Don't be one of them dudes that if your boy loses something, you go hiding and people can't find you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Note said facts, great performance. Yeah. Willie Nelson versus Demetrius Andrade was my favorite performance from Demetrius Andrade, bro. He showed you everything that fight. Defense, power, explosiveness, IQ, movement, accuracy, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I peeped the all access, bro. I spoke on it a little bit earlier. To reiterate what I was talking about, it was a good all access. All access be doing a thing with these episodes. David Benavidez looked like he locked in. He looked like he's at peace. I'm live every day, bro. Like when I was wrong about that Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford prediction, I still came on here and you know what I mean. I gave Bud his credit. Every time I've been wrong with NUA and Fulton for, and I was rooting for Fulton to win, I came on the live and I still spoke on the live. I never hide my hand, never. So I mean, if that's ever a situation where they fight and I end up being wrong, then guess what? I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna still talk my talk because it is what it is. I don't hide from nothing. You know what I mean? Like is it reasonable to argue David's approach to fighting could play right into Andrade's approach? Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, it's definitely reasonable to argue that. Let me see how I could really say this. Approach to fighting could play right into that. Yeah, because we all know David Benavidez, he does the same thing every time. He does the same thing every time. He don't switch nothing up. You never seen Andrade. I mean, you never seen. See this dude right here. This dude right here just keeps on. I'm trying to keep it cool with this dude, and he just keep talking. You be giving Boost too much credit. He don't even know what to do against Bud Crawford. Never been in a big stage. Bro, this is what y'all don't understand. It's like, y'all think because the motherfucker ain't ever been on a big stage that they not ready for the big stage. You know what I mean? And this just goes back. This could be disproved throughout history. Like, if you can look at the most popular fighters in boxing. A lot of people believe that Oscar De La Hoya wasn't ready for the big stage when he fought Chavez Sr., right? What happened? Washed him. Mayweather. He's been on stages several times where they believe he wasn't ready. When he fought Gennaro Hernandez, they didn't believe he was ready for the big stage. And what happened? He washed him. When Floyd fought Diego Corrales, they thought Corrales was too much. They thought the lights was going to be too bright for Floyd. What happened? Washed him. You look at Tito Trinidad. Tito Trinidad was like 20 years old when he got the IBF off Maurice Blocker. They said that he's never been on the big stage before. He's not proven. What happened? Washed him. You can even look even more recently. When Earl Spence fought Kell Brook. When Earl Spence, they were talking about he was the next Jeff Lacey. Do y'all remember that? When Kell Brook fought Earl Spence, everybody from the UK was saying that Earl was going to be the next Jeff Lacey. The lights was going to be too bright for him. He's never been on the big stage before. How's he going to perform with all those fighters? You know what I'm saying? How is he going to perform when those fighters are in the ring with him? And what happened? Washed him. Earl, competitive fight, great fight. Earl washed him. So my point to you is, how do you know how he's going to perform on the big stage if you've never seen him perform on the big stage? You never seen him perform on the big stage, so you don't know that. You just speculating. You're not speaking from a place of facts. You're speaking from a place of pretty much emotion. This is what you think gonna happen. You don't know for sure what's gonna happen. And then you go on to say who Boots fought though. Bro, are you slow? Like, do you not know what's going on in boxing right now? Why are you acting like Boots hasn't been calling these guys out? Why is it that, like, y'all shit on dudes who's blatantly trying to take the chance? Like, y'all don't shit on Virgil Ortiz for saying, oh, when we fight, it's gonna be all the way up here. You don't blame, y'all don't ever come at guys like Cody Crawley, who's turning down big ass paydays to fight Boots. Y'all never come at Keith Thurman. Well, everybody come at Keith Thurman. But what I'm saying is, why don't y'all, instead of saying why hasn't Boots fought anybody, instead of saying, oh, Boots didn't fight nobody, why are y'all not shitting on the guys that don't want to fight Boots? Y'all keep talking about who Boots didn't fight. Why is he not getting these fights? Because of them. Boots been trying to fight these dudes for years, bro. Like, I remember him being like 23-0, 20-0, calling out Keith Thurman, calling out Earl Spence, calling out Crawford. They all caught up with each other. They don't want to fight him. So what does he have to do? He has to continue winning. If these guys don't want to fight you because they feel like you high risk, low reward, what you supposed to do? Just sit on the shelf and just wait for somebody to come grab you? Bro, you cannot blame these fighters. And it's not just Boots. Fuck that. Like, Boots could be, and it's not because he's from Philly or nothing like that. I'll say the same thing about David Benavidez. David Benavidez is from what? He from, I don't know where he from. Arizona, Washington, wherever the hell Seattle, Washington. I don't know where he from. But I love how people be trying to play David Benavidez for, oh, who is he for? Especially Canelo fans. Oh, who is he for? Who is he for? He hasn't fought anybody. As if he hasn't been calling these guys out for the longest. They just don't want to see him. Canelo don't want to see Benavidez. Fucking David Benavidez has been the #1 dude in WBC for like 2 years already. Since they took the title off of him, he's been the top dude. And Canelo been fighting everybody except him. His last fight, he had a dude move 2 weight classes up to fight him. He's more deserving than David Benavidez? Because he's undisputed in the division, 2 weight classes lower than him. Canelo's fighting dudes like Rocky Fielding. Who else? This dude he just fought in Mexico. The dude who ended up I think he beat Danny Jacobs. He was at middleweight, moved him up, beat him. So you telling me that these dudes are more deserving than David Benavidez, who's been showing consistently throughout 168 that he's the best in the world? John Ryder. Thank you. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Claymore. Thank you, Slime. John Ryder, yes. So you're telling me that John Ryder is more deserving of an opportunity than David Benavidez at 168? Okay, he goes on to say, I just think Bud would be better, though. And I'm not knocking that. I think you know this. Bud is one of a kind of talent, but I see you back at Philly Fires. I would too if I was from their city. I mean, yeah. This the thing though. You entitled to your opinion. If somebody come on here and be like, yo, I think Bud will knock Boots out, you entitled to that. And Bud is very capable of beating anybody in the world. He's the pound for pound #1 dude in boxing. He's my #1. He Mazuma TV's #1 pound for pound fighter. Terrence Crawford. He's very capable of being anybody in or around his division. That's facts. I cannot knock you for that. You entitled to your opinion. Like I said, I'm never going to shit on you for that. However, I don't think it's cool to downplay a fighter to try to uplift another one, knowing that this fighter that you're trying to downplay is trying to be the best. It's not like Boots is like, man, I'm just taking my time, man. Whenever the time presents itself and if the money's right, I'll fight that dude, but right now I'm just taking my time, one fight at a time. He's not saying that. Because if that's the case, it's like, all right, well, he not really in a rush to fight these guys, so I'm not tripping. But, yo, Boots has been talking crazy not talking crazy, but like calling out everybody. He called Sean Porter out to fight. Sean Porter didn't look his way. Keith Thurman says Boots don't bring nothing to the table. Crawford says Boots don't bring nothing to the table. This was prior to him getting the belt, but that's just something that he said. Bomac said the same thing. Who else? Danny Garcia don't want no smoke with him. That has been established for years already. I'm sure I'm missing out. Your Dennis Ugas didn't want no smoke. Mario Barrios the only one who like, I'll fight you. He the only one who cared. Cody Crawley, none of them dudes. Stan Yost said, "Oh, I need a tune-up." They're trying to fight Keith Thurman on some slick shit. Like, these things happen, bro. I can't knock a man. There's no way I could kick a man or knock a dude that want to fight the best dudes and they're not giving him no opportunity. There's only so much he can do. It takes two to make a fight happen. It takes two to make a fight happen, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, and that don't just apply to him because he's from Philly. This dude could be from Idaho. Boots could be from Idaho. He could be from Alaska. He could be from Hawaii. And I would say the same thing. Do you see Bud Crawford fighting Boots despite him getting stripped? Would he want to be 3 times undisputed? I'm sure he wants to be 3 times undisputed. And if he's still saying that Boots doesn't bring anything to the table for him to fight, then that's a lie now. He could get that off when Boots didn't have a belt. You know what I mean? Bud undisputed. He feeling himself. He got all 4 belts. He just beat the top dude in the division. Now they asking him about Boots, who's still on the come up and doesn't have a world title yet. He like, yo, nah, I got bigger fish to fry. I mean, he don't bring nothing to the table. Now he do, because they just stripped you of one of your belts and gave it to him. So you're no longer undisputed. You're unified. So if you still want to have that undisputed title at 47, or you just want to become 3-time undisputed in general, there you go. That's your safest. That's your most guaranteed bet right now. Because Jamel got caught up. He caught up in the IBF. I don't know what Tim Tszyu doing. You might be able to get that belt there, but then there's 3 other belts still on the line. You still got 3 of the belts at 47. You can go grab that one and become 3-time undisputed in 2 different weight classes. 3 weight class world champion overall. You know what I'm saying? So if he's still saying that Boots don't bring nothing to the table now, considering the fact that Boots is now the IBF champion, then that's cap. That's cap. It was cool when Boots ain't have a belt. Then it was like, yeah, I guess. I guess Jermell Charlo would be a better fight. Or I guess Canelo would be a better fight. But guess what? Now he got one of your belts. So what you going to do? You just going to leave 47 alone? Or what you going to do? It takes 2 to make a great fight. Why knock another fighter when you do that, you take away from your fighter. If your fighter beats the guy you shitting on, we should build good fighters, not tear them down. Yeah, if you want your favorite fighter to get the most props possible, you should be uplifting that fighter. Because if you downplay the fighter that your favorite fighter is fighting, then you pretty much not giving your favorite fighter any credit for beating them. Like, if my favorite fighter is Terrence Crawford, right? And I see that Boots is on the come up right now, calling him out. If there's a possibility that they fight, I'm gonna pipe up Boots as much as I can. I'm gonna try to make him look as good as I can. So when Bud defeats him, I'm like, yo, he just beat Boots, and I can run down. I can be like, yo, remember when he was the most feared dog guy in the division? Yeah, my boy beat him. You shouldn't be like, oh, Boots a bum. Oh, man, stop it, man. Like, Boots ain't proved nothing, because if Bud beats him, you can't spin the block and be like, yo, he just beat Boots. No, you was just saying he was trash. So why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Terrence is chasing history right now, but I also think he's chasing a bag too. Because I think he's trying to make up for all them losses from all them little ass paydays he got from Top Rank. And now that he's seeing, from what I understand, he had 25 mil guaranteed against Earl. I think he saw that. He was like, yo, let me run this up a couple more times. Let me see. Let me try to get a couple more dollars out this shit. Let me see. You know what I mean? I think the money got a big part to do with it too. Because when he was with Bob, he was only getting $2 million guaranteed to fight. So if you go from 2 mil, and I don't know if it was true, but they said on BLK Prime he got 10 mil to fight Evanesian, which was a robbery. That's a legal robbery right there. If you go from 2 to 10 to 25, man, listen, get that bag, and you in your late 30s, dog. Yeah, I'm trying to get all the bread possible. But the legacy defining fights in boxing right now for Bud are the big money fights as well. I don't think Boots making 300 bands. You're very off, my brother. I was told what Boots make, and he make a lot more than that. Confirmed. He made more than 300 bands. You know, I don't know if he not making what Bud and the top guys making, but he getting a nice little check. He making more than 300. I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna speak on another man's pocket. I don't be pocket watching, but from what I heard, nah. I'm not gonna say how much he make. That's not my business to tell. And Boo's not a dude who really talk about money anyway, so I doubt he'll tell you himself. You know what I mean? How do I know this? Because I'm from Philadelphia. I'm in the boxing scene in Philadelphia. I know a lot of people close to Boots and them. I just know this. It don't take much to get this. This is a small world. The boxing scene is a small world in Philly. Everybody know each other. You know what I mean? So that's how I know. He said, "You and Boots team?" No, not at all. I'm real cool with Bozy though. I got a good relationship with Bozy. I'm cool with Boots as well. You know what I mean? But no, not at all. I'm not a part of Boots team. No, I got my own team. No, I'm not. I'm not a Boots team. That's funny as hell. He said, "You a Boots team?" No, not at all. Yo, those questions, he lying to me. He trying to interrogate me. You beat that Claymore. How much does he make? Well, how do you know? Are you a part of Boots team? Like, bro, chill. Yo, he wilding. Like, what's up, bro? He said, you dap up Boots before? Bro, I helped him get ready for the Armando Alvarez fight. His first fight on Showtime, he used my professional fighters for sparring. I know Bozy and them well. You know what I mean? Yeah, Larry. He said, you know you done fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he pointed a finger. You know you done fucked up, right? Yeah, no. Bro, I know, bro, I spoke to Boots a few times, bro. I did thought you worked with Boots, but you just said, I didn't say I did. I said I didn't. I'm not a part of Boots' team. Boots train out of Philly's next champ. I got my father boxing gym, Pivot Boxing Academy. We down north. He trained up northeast. I've never been involved with Boots' team, so we're not even about to spread that. I'm trying to get an interview with this man. Don't be trying to spread no false narratives out here. Boots is humble. Extremely. One of the nicest dudes in boxing. I love that kid, bro. He the man. Definitely the man. But yeah. Yeah, man. That's pretty much what it is. I'm gonna put my link up here if anybody wanna join. Yeah, he tripping. But I'm gonna post my link up here if anybody wanna join. Yeah, man. Boost era has officially started at 47. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. I think that just opened so many doors for him, which is a blessing in disguise. Because at this point, not only is he a hot commodity at 147, now he's a world titleist at 147. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. They gonna have to fight him now. Now Cody Crowley can't act like Boots don't bring nothing to the table. Bud can't act like Boots don't bring nothing to the table. There's really no excuses to be made out there. But we seen this in boxing. There's people who've had world titles and people still be discouraged to fight them or still would duck them. Like we seen this with Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux had the world title, one of the best in the world, one of the pound for pound dudes in the sport. And he was you gonna make a huge bag to fight him? No, but you was gonna get something respectable, more than what they was making in these contenders was making in previous fights. They still won't fight him. So, but I think Boots is in a better place than Guillermo Rigondeaux. All due respect, I think he's more popular. I think he got a huge fan base in himself. I think he's doing real good for the stage and his career that he's at right now. So yeah. Yo, did y'all also Demetrius Andrade has 1 million followers on Instagram. 1 million. I did not know that. I was like, bro, Andrade got a decent ass following. I'm like, hold up. You know what I mean? That shit was dope.
It's called Friday Plans, and it's the only way to get
what up?
Telegram generic fight delivered.
Yo, Clay,
What the fuck?
I hear you.
Yo, can you see me?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I can see you too. What up?
I'm coming in crazy. I don't know. I think my reception is weird. Like, hold up.
All right.
Wait a second.
It can get really weird. Just telling you from experience.
Well,
Am I good now?
Huh?
Am I good?
Yeah, you was straight the whole time, bro.
Oh, I think my shit is fucked up. Either way, if you hear me, fuck it.
All right, if you want to leave and come back in, go ahead, bro.
But you hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm good now. What's good though?
Chilling, bro. Hold up real quick. We got my boy in the building. Yo,
what's up, bro?
What's up?
Yo, what's up, bro? Hey, bro, you the truth, bro. Ballhead
Thank
dude.
you, man.
Hey, you the truth, bro.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man.
Hey,
that means a lot.
Yeah, last week or something, Mark had some goofy on here, bro, that he was saying things that I know for a fact that he would not say to my face. I know it. I mean, I see it. And when I left, I roasted him and left because he was too ashamed to answer a few questions. How much money do you make? You gangbang, which you is? Where you from? Just some random, man-to-man questions. He was scared to answer. He probably watching. Mad, because he broke. But you jumped on and you killed them with intellectual, grown man talk. I can't do what you do. I can't talk to him like that. I don't have the patience. You have
no
patience.
Doubt.
So you was like killing them with just. I was like, I don't have that. Like you and Mark have that. I don't have that because I know what happens in person. And yeah, that's all. But I apologize to Mark for cursing so much because that was wrong of me. And I apologize again. I'm sorry for that, bro. That was wrong of me, bro. I should be more mature. And I make too much money to let a fucking broke. I'm not even gonna go there. I make too much money to let a broke individual get to me, bro. I'm good over here. I'm making my night video. You know what I mean? So I'm good. I'm good over here, bro. And hey, Mark, I'm sorry, Mark. I apologize again, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, you straight, homie. We spoke already. You straight.
Yeah, bro. It ain't none.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. But Southpaw, you official, man. I've been following you for a minute, man. So I already know your product is puro. You know what I'm saying? You get that good
Puro.
shit.
Hey, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You old school, right? Like you one of them old school cats, right?
You can say that. I guess
colorful
the braids
hair,
gave me away.
Fruity rats. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a blue collar working man, man. Man, take care of my family, man. I love boxing though, man. I love all combat sports for real, but I love boxing the most.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mark. I was gonna talk to you about it was just the one situation about the whole IBF Boots thing, and I think that Boots would rather have fought for that title as opposed to not throwing a single punch for it. And Bud Crawford is on record saying What does a Boots fight do for me? If I beat him, he was too young. If I lose to him, I get ridiculed. How do y'all feel about that?
Wow.
I think. I mean, Claymore, you go first. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, me personally, um, both sides I understand. As far as Bud's perspective, I feel like I said it in the comments before, I feel like the generational gap is there. I feel like Bud is just in a different chapter in his career. And as a fan, I think we all know that would be one of the best fights we could see right now is Bud versus Boots. But also I see what Bud is weighing out right now. There's legacy that he has his hands close to right now, as far as becoming a 3 division undisputed champion. That's a difficult choice to make. I don't think this is a situation where Bud is scared one way or the other. I think it's more about I'm 36. I'm about ready to wrap this up, man. And how many fights do I really got in me? At this point, do I chase this really attainable goal for me right now? Especially after Jamel called him out. It's like, damn, I really can go up in there, spank old boy, go ahead and run up on Tim Zoo, slap him around right quick. Or I can go to Tim Zoo, slap him around, grab that WBO, then go slap Jamel around, and boom, I'm in the history books in a different way. Or I could fight Boots. I know the fans want me to fight Boots. I could do that, but plus, what if Boots spanked me? I'm an old man. You know what I mean? Age is an undefeated fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Age is just an undefeated fighter. So I see him from both sides. And I agree with you as far as Boots and that whole entire email thing. Yeah, man. I think the IBF could have handled that better. I think they could have set up a fight, even if it would have been between him and Stanionis or him and Crowley, and let him really like beat somebody up for that title. I think they handled it poorly. You know what I'm saying? They definitely did.
All right, yeah, I definitely agree with what Claymore was talking about, but to provide like a different perspective, yeah, I definitely agree with him. I definitely believe that he should have fought for that belt instead of them just handing it to him. Because when you put Boots in that situation, he's not gonna feel vindicated because he didn't fight for it. He was just chilling at the crib, and he just so happened to get a call like, "Yo, you the IBF champion now. We're gonna send you your belt," and that's just what it is. In all honesty, I think that they should have just because the IBF reasoning behind it was that they let Bud know that Boots needs to be his next fight if you want to keep this IBF strap, right? Because Bud is caught up in this rematch clause and there's really no way to get out of it, he had no choice but to let the belt go because Earl Spence wasn't budging. You know what I mean? That's his next fight. He can't go outside of that rematch clause. That's just what it is. He was in a fucked up situation. That's pretty much what it is. But I'm sure Boots wanted to fight for it, like Claymore said. I would have mind seeing him fight like a Mario Barrios for the vacant title or a Cody Crowley. Even if it was a Stanionis, I'd have loved it. Keith Thurman, that would have been a good joint as well. Whoever he fought, it should have been somebody. You know what I mean? Because now you're just opening up criticism for Boots to receive when he didn't really do anything. He said on the interview, he was like, "Yo, that was out of my hands." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what they did, that was outside of my hands. The IBF did all the doing, and I just fell back and just went with the flow. And you can't really blame them for that because if they just gonna hand you the title, why aren't you gonna take it? Because at the end of the day, that's gonna open up doors for Boots. This opens up doors for him. This is gonna make guys actually want to fight him now. You know what I mean? He might still get avoided, he might still get ducked, but nonetheless, it'll open up more opportunities for him to receive those fights that he's been looking for throughout these few years. Now, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. It's messed up that the IBF did that. I think they went about it the wrong way, but that's out of Boots' hands. There's nothing he could do with that, and I hope he takes this moment. Take advantage of it. I hope he takes advantage of the moment and gets some fights that he's been looking for. Now, but Terrence Crawford, I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what he's gonna do after this rematch clause. But in all honesty, he can't really say that Boots doesn't bring anything to the table no more. Keith Thurman can't say Boots don't bring nothing to the table no more because at the end of the day, he's the IBF champion. Especially Thurman. Thurman don't even got a belt. So what can you?
Thurman got to relax. He got to relax now.
Yeah, like what can you say about Boots now? Because in all honesty, he's one of the world champions in the division. You're not. You know what I'm saying? So you're barely relevant. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like if nobody could say that he doesn't bring anything to the table now, especially Bud, because in all honesty, he got one of your belts. So what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
I just don't like the whole Mike Coppinger immediately he calls him email champ when he didn't say that shit about Tim Zoo. He didn't call Tim Zoo email champ, and Tim Zoo got the belt when Jermell got announced in the Canelo fight. He got the belt as soon as Jermell was announced, and nobody said email champ to him, but he called him Boots, knowing damn well Boots is way more dangerous. I think Boots stops everybody but Crawford. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's fair. But like you said, it's a negotiating tool to bring to the table for bigger money. He is a champion. But if Bud wants to become undisputed for a third time, all he got to do is get his belt back. Come get your belt back, bro. You could be a 3-time undisputed. Because I don't really see a Canelo fight happening. I don't see that. You know what I mean? Too much risk on a Canelo side. Canelo probably thinking, I'm not going to get outboxed by that little dude. That'll ruin his legacy. Because last time he fought an undefeated 147-pounder, he lost every round, Floyd. So, yeah, but like Mark say, it's a great negotiating thing. I just don't like the whole stigma that comes with it. He ain't no email champ because he would have fought anybody. I like Boots, bro. Boots is everything that people say he is that. And I don't see any weakness in his game. The motherfucker surprised me. He's like, the motherfucker, he'll show you some shit you ain't seen before. I've been watching like old shit from him. He been doing that. You know him, right, Mark?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, bro. Boots, man, he's really that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
And in his last showing, oh, man, and shout out to that dude. I don't know who's
Romain Villa.
Villarone.
Yeah, Villa. Villa, yeah.
Yeah, that boy, like we were saying earlier, actually what Mark was saying earlier, it take two to make a fight. Some fighter like that fighter that Boots fought before him. What was that dude's name? The ballerina dancer from Russia.
Who just kept running. He just kept trying to
and
fight.
It made Boots look bad. It just made him look bad. You know what I'm saying? Even though Boots was doing his thing, you need two. You need another fighter who come in and put in that work with you to really show. And that's what that dude did, man. He really gave Boots an opportunity to showcase some real talent, man. That boy went and he showed the world what it could be if you play with him for real.
I think Boots vindicated himself. My bad. I think Boots vindicated himself because that Romain Villa guy just beat Rashidi Ellis. You know what I mean? Who he named, so I think by Boots handling him the way he did, just erased that I don't even know his name, buddy who just kept running. You know what I mean? Not just
the Russian ballerina.
Yeah, I forgot his name. But I think that erased that,
His name was Karen, I think.
Karen? Of course he's a Karen. He probably called police.
But I'm real happy for Boots though, man. I hate that it happened that way, but like you said, Marcus, Mark, like you said, it gives him an opportunity. You can't deny him now. You got to fight him now. No more ducking him. You know what I mean? He got to get the fight now. This Showtime situation.
Yo, bro, you good?
He's a free agent.
You hear
me?
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm assuming that with Showtime closing their doors at the end of this year, they would have to make him a free agent. I don't see how they could hold him under contract if they no longer provide in boxing. So if that's the case, PBC, most likely, I don't know exactly where they're going to go. They saying Netflix, they saying Amazon Prime. I don't know the situation, bro. I don't know at all. And none of my sources have been telling me anything either. So with that being said, it's like Boots pretty much stuck in the middle. Like, yo, Showtime closed. I'm not with PBC. I'm here. So what is it that I'm going to do? You got to make some type of move because all the big 147-pound fighters right now.
Well, PBC.
Mark, Boots ain't with PBC?
Nah, he been working with PBC.
Nah.
He's not with
Al. I didn't know that.
He's not with Al. He's with somebody just left a super chat. He wrote Southpaw. You ever around Humboldt Park? I'll holler. I don't know what he talking about.
He talking about the West Side, and he not finna do a damn thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not even his damn emoji, and he not finna do a damn thing. He not. Hey, if you hear, you know how to get a hold of me. So
thanks.
King Killer Queen Thriller. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna get into that. But
Yeah.
yeah, bro. I thought that Boots was with PBC, bro. I thought he was with PBC.
Nah, he had a Showtime. He with Cameron Duncan. He with
Oh, my bad. He been fighting his last few fights on PBC though.
yeah.
Right.
He's been working. He's with Showtime and PBC's with Showtime. He just been.
Oh wow,
He's
I
been.
know that.
He's been getting them opportunities through Steven Espinoza.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
but he's
know
not with.
that he was, part of the Al Heyman squad.
Nah,
But I
man. But
mean, he's very valuable, especially now, like you said, he's a champion. They gonna scoop him. They gotta scoop
You
him
don't
up
think
now.
that was the play though? You don't think whoever he go to, put the play in, bro. Whoever he go to, put the play in. They
He
juiced
is
him up. They threw the belt on him, and they were like, "Yo, weight division." They threw the belt on him, bro. I think I heard Al Heyman personally. I heard Al Heyman fucked up the bag. I heard that's why Showtime dropped PBC. I heard he was overpaying fighters, and the money they gave him, he went in the hole. I heard he's a couple million in the hole. That's why
I
Showtime
don't do
fell
all that,
off.
bro. That's like that. He said shit. That's hearsay.
yeah,
Right. So the reason I bring it up is I bring it up is gonna go because he got to pay these.
Right on.
Money.
Hey, yo, Mark, you got a haircut, bro? You got a fade, huh?
yeah.
Looking like Edwin De Los Santos' cousin, bro.
Yeah. This.
he Mark De Los Santos. You know he got that the fade.
Mark De Los Santos.
He look
is
like he getting ready
crazy.
for a fight. He fight sharp. He fight sharp. He look like he got a fight. He about
Hey, yo, what you think
quick.
about that, Claymore? What you think about De Los Santos' chances?
Man, I think there's an opportunity here for Shakur to really showcase some new. We get to see him. What is he like? 16-1-14, right? Like 14 knockouts.
De Los Santos, yeah.
So yeah, so we got a rope puncher, southpaw, wiry. Yeah, of course the win, but I think we're gonna get to see Shakur really showcase some other parts of his whole entire game. But I think De Los Santos is a fighter, man. I think he's in here to make a move. He could upset Shakur, you know what I mean? I think he got the power and he's quick enough to do it. But I think Shakur's gonna do the work. I think Shakur's gonna take that WBC and become a factor in that 135.
The only reason I think it'll be interesting is because it's gonna be southpaw versus southpaw. Usually
Right.
Shakur fights with handers, and southpaw's got the advantage. Whenever two southpaws fight, they in closer, kind of like when two orthodox fight. You step in a little closer because they your same they fight southpaw too. I think that's gonna
Right.
be interesting early on. I think Edwin De Los Santos is a fast starter, like how we started with Rayo. I watched that Rayo fight today. He came out to kill Rayo in the first round. He came out like Maidana, and he caught him. You know what I mean? It could be the element of like, yo, he coming out guns blazing. First round, like he comes to fight. He don't come to try to outbox you. He uses his explosive power, and he's a puncher. I want to see how Shakur deals with that. Everybody seemed to not bow down to, but they seem to fight Shakur's fight. Kind of how Bernard Hopkins made you fight his fight. He know how to slow it down to his pace, and he finna do what he lets you do. I want to see somebody attack Shakur like I feel that Los Santos is going to. It's going to be very interesting, and I look forward to Tuesday, Thursday, whatever day it is, because I know Shakur's not marketable enough to fight on a Saturday. This is my opinion.
You see what Southpaw said? You see what Southpaw said? That was Top Rank's intention the entire time. They doing this on purpose, bro. Because they understand Shakur gonna leave him, so they're gonna have him fight during the week to make people say that stuff. And that's sad. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
You're right. You're right about that. That's why Shakur said, he goes, I'm exploring all my options when my contract.
Should have never said that. He should have never said that.
Man. They fuck around and rob him. They fuck around. Hey, unanimous for De Los Santos. He got dropped 8 times.
Bob Arum has been investigated by the FBI.
I agree with you though. I think
fights.
They're trying to play with him, but I think they playing with. I think Shakur gonna walk away with that though. He gonna take that WBC and he gonna take his black ass over to PB. That's what he gonna do.
Yo, I'm telling you,
I think that's what
No,
he's
yeah.
gonna do. He's gonna take WBC belt and he's gonna head over to PBC.
that's what that
He can go right
and
with his brother Terrence.
speaking of PBC, that's where Boots gonna have to go, man. He gonna have to work some type of deal out with Al Heyman, because if not, Al Heyman don't have no he's not gonna have no obligation to attend the Boots now that he's not with Showtime. He was looking out for, he had a good relationship with Steven Espinosa, so they was putting him on. But now that Boots is pretty much in the air, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he could go to the zone and get a Conor Ben fight. You know what I'm saying? He could do a little bit of things like that. But all the big 147 guys that's gonna make him a star are with PBC. If he want that Keith Thurman fight, he gonna have to go. He gonna have to do something with PBC. If he want that Cody Crawley, the Mario Barrios, whoever, Stanley Onis, he gonna have to go over there. That's just what it is. I don't know
They all
exactly what.
there. They all there.
All there, bro. So that's where you got to go. Bud had to do it. Pacquiao had to do it. He's gonna have to do the same thing, bro. Pacquiao didn't start really. He got the Thurman fight. He got the Floyd fight and all that stuff, bro. It was when he started dealing with Al and them.
You know,
the Broner fight. He had to go to Al. That's just what
yeah.
it is.
What I hear us, all three of us, talking about right now is the business aspect of it, and that's cool. Like where they put the gold contracts. But one of the points that I made in my recent video is every old school legend gives that young up and coming lion a shot to say, "Yo, can you take the torch from me?" Chavez did it with De La Hoya. De La Hoya massacred Chavez. Floyd did it with Canelo. You always give that young, "Hey, can you take this throne from me?" It's unfortunate that Crawford was talking about, I'm not gonna fight him. I mean, so you just gonna retire? I mean, he's 36, and Floyd retired at 38 against Berto. But I'm saying, like, I would love to see him give a young lion like Boots, and Boots ain't no spring chicken. He like 27, I believe. He's not that young, you know what I mean? But you know,
He got
young,
like
he's
30
younger.
plus fights, right?
Yeah, he got a good amount of fights. But I would love to see, you know, Crawford fight somebody very similar to him, switch hitter, bro. Like, I would love to see two switch hitters fight. And man, it makes you question Crawford. It makes you question him. I'm not saying he's scared of him, but he may doubt a little bit of his ability. You never know. I like Boots.
Yeah, you never know. That's for sure. I agree with you. I think Crawford is. I think Crawford is. He's lost faith in the game. He feels like, I'm gonna get my money and I'm gonna go play with my kids, bro. Because y'all played with me for so many years. Being over there with Top Rank with Bob Arum and just getting blackballed pretty much from any real opportunities. I think he's being petty. I think he's being petty, and he's like, "F what y'all niggas want, man. I'm gonna take my business over here and get this money, and I'm out of here. I got 2 more years, max, 2-3 years max. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna chase some belts down, but more importantly, I'm gonna chase some money down. I know y'all want me to fight Boots, but if y'all want me to fight Boots, y'all gonna have to pay how y'all want me to play, bro. Y'all gonna have to give me some real money. And if you're not gonna give me the real money, sorry, Boots. It's almost like, like I could see him really talking to Boots like, yo, you look bad, bro, because we probably never gonna fight, because I'm gonna make these motherfuckers pay me. They gonna have to, I'm gonna make them pay, or we ain't gonna fight, bro. I'm straight. I don't owe y'all nothing because y'all didn't give me nothing. I had to go through everything. I had to leave Bob. Then I was by myself. Then I had to sit there and deal with y'all trying to 30 cut. Then after I got my bread, y'all playing me like this. You know what I'm saying? So
remember the racial
don't
bias lawsuit, Claymore? Remember the racial bias lawsuit against them? Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes, sir.
So
You know what I mean?
somebody named Q says Showtime needs to invest in getting Boots a real opponent. Well, it's too late for that, man. They closing the doors at the end of this year. So that's.
I heard they finna go with Netflix. I heard Amazon Prime or Netflix. So
Yeah,
I mean, whatever platform, if people are gonna follow, if they go to YouTube, people are gonna go to YouTube. If they go to
I'll be
Mazuma
right
TV,
on YouTube.
they will tune into Mazuma TV. Wherever PPC goes, people gonna follow. So
that's a nice plug, Mazuma. I hope you get that plug, man.
I definitely tune in. But I'm saying, like, no matter what, that's stable. Kind of like the UFC. Wherever they go, they finna get watched. That's stable. The PBC stable, like Mark talked about earlier. They got all the hitters, bro. The Thurmans, the the Benavidez, the Canelos, the PBC is where it's at.
Mm.
Get mad. You know what I mean? I don't care. But yeah,
It is what it is. You're
I
right.
just hope to
You're
see
right.
if he does have 3 fights. I hope to see some good ones, man. I hope to see a big money fight. Canelo ain't going. I would like to see. I would
Canelo
love
ain't
to see
going.
a
I
Boots.
agree with you.
I would love to see a Boots Ennis fight. I like skill for skill. I don't like that whole where you know who's gonna win before the fight even starts. I like to see like yo, who's gonna win? A good old fashioned 50-50. That's what I like deep down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right. I'm 100% with you, man. 100%.
Yeah, bro.
100% with you, man.
And those type of fights is the type of fights that make the sport of boxing grow. The more 50-50 best fight and the best type of fights that happen, the more the sport's gonna grow. Because all it's gonna do is attract attention from the casual boxing fans. Then they start to become hardcore boxing fans. It's great for the sport, man. That's exactly what we need. And 2023 blessed us with some amazing fights, bro. Whether it was Benavidez, Plant, Crawford, Spence, it just continues to bless us, bro. And I think in all honesty, I think 2024 is going to be a real eye opener for boxing too, especially once PBC settles down with a certain network and they get them funds behind them and all that good stuff, man. I think that the sport of boxing going to continue to grow. I think 2024 is going to be a banger too.
Hey,
Think
question
so?
for you guys.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I think
sure.
so. Question for you guys. They guys handle this, right? Outside of, them not, like, I don't agree with the way they did it as far as not letting Boots fight, but I'm wondering if the other sanctioning bodies might consider put more pressure on these fighters to defend them against their mandatories. I mean, when you look at the way Jamal Charlo has been holding on them belts for like going on damn near 3 years, not defending it, and then got his nerve to go fight Jose Benavidez at 163 at a catch weight, won't even fight in his damn weight class, right? Talking about chasing. He's not even talking about coming back to 160. He's talking about going up to fight what's your boy's name? To fight David Benavidez. Letting this dude hold on to this belt that way all these years. Same thing with Canelo. You letting him go to fight dudes 2 weight classes under him to the belt. A fat bitch at the end of the bar can't get a drink. Nobody won't buy this dude a drink. The sanctioning bodies at some point got to take some accountability and start pressing these dudes like, yo, you're not gonna fight these mandatories. I like the way the IBF got in the process. I don't like the way they did. They do it and defend my belt. Where you going? Let me get that. Let me get that and get that to somebody who is going to defend the belt. What do you guys think about that?
I feel like the IBF has been the sanctioning body that, although they may mess up from time to time, I feel like they have the most integrity out of all the sanctioning bodies. Because you ain't never hear the IBF have a super title or the IBF silver. Man, you just hear interim and champion. They do same day. I think they even do like early morning weigh-ins. And I think they do like weigh-in check-ins to make sure like nobody's like cutting weight too heavy or anything like that. It seems like they do things that are beneficial for the fighter as well. Now, sanctioning bodies do need to be held more accountable for these situations, but they so money hungry, like the WBC, that they willing to let that title hold on. They willing to let other fighters not get opportunities as long as that sanctioning fee is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever notice like a lot of these big fighters like Canelo who get guaranteed $30-40 million a fight, if they getting 2% of that, they gonna sit down and stay quiet until Canelo feel like doing whatever he want. You know what I'm saying? The WBO, just like Anonymous said, he said the WBO the most corrupted and lopsided. Well, that's debatable. You know what I mean? I could easily go in the WBC direction and show you all types of ways that they've been corrupt, anything like that. But yeah, man, I feel like these sanctioning bodies are a big reason why these fighters don't feel the need to fight their mandatories, but they feel like they could do whatever they want. You know what I mean? And just like Bozy say, it's either you going to shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it's either you gonna step up and fight your mandatories, unless you got a I feel like unification fights should trump mandatories, but at the end of the day, because that's what's good for boxing. Trying to get as close to one champion as possible per division. I feel like that's the best thing for boxing. So I do feel like if there's a unification fight in front of that fighter, that should be able to trump a mandatory. However, if they just over here doing voluntary defenses, bro, fuck all that. You gonna fight whoever's in this sanctioning body, and if you don't want to do that, and you're not trying to unify with another belt, then all right, let me take this off you and give this to somebody who actually want to abide by the rules. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of these people not gonna do that because you know what I mean, it's all about the money, man. Are they gonna get a 2% sanctioning fee off Canelo, or are they gonna get a 2% sanctioning fee off a guy who's up and coming right now, like a David Morrell? Who you think they want to take that 2% from? Canelo, because he getting the bigger the bag, the nicer that 2% gonna look in their pocket. So it is what it is, bro. A lot of these dudes don't really. These sanctioning bodies, there's a lot of things that need to be changed in boxing. I'm gonna make a whole presentation about that, bro. I'm gonna make me a crazy video about it, and we really gonna break all this stuff down, bro. I'm telling you. But the sanctioning bodies are a big reason why a lot of these crazy things be happening, and that's why the boxing fans began disappointed all the time, because the things that sanctioning bodies allow in the sport.
Yeah, for sure. I never knew that there was a sanctioning fee for silver champions, interim belts. You pay sanctioning fee for them too. So I'm like, that's why they creating all these franchise silver champion, WBO regular. Dang, okay, there's a sanctioning fee for everyone. Of course, they're gonna have 100 million belts. That's money for them. And like Mark said, Jamal Charlo ain't fought in over 2.5 years. Come on, man. Anybody else would have been stripped. Claymore Rain, you would have been stripped in 6 months. I would have been stripped. But since it's Jamal Charlo, he got a little name, been around for a minute.
Lost.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mauricio Sulaiman's like, I respect what he's going through his mental. They took him out the game. I respect what he's going through his mental health. Or Canelo's $100 million motherfucker, bro. Of course, they will be happy, like you say. They're going to be happy to take that 3%. Who knows how much that little 3% really is? That Earl Spence, he called them out at the damn at the New York press conference. You know what I'm saying? He looked a little tipsy coming to the ring. You never know. I ain't gonna say no, but you never know. But I'm saying, but yeah, bro. I think that the sanctioning bodies are the reason a lot of this should be happening. And not just the promotions, but the sanctioning bodies as well, for sure. You know, I don't know. They pay for keeping the belts to. Yeah, bro, you gotta pay money. Like if Mark become a champion, he gonna hold that belt, but best believe he coming out his pocket to hold that belt. It's like you renting the belt, even though you won the shit. You like renting it. You gotta put gas money in the belt. Very sad situation, bro. You gotta pay to be a champ. You know what I'm saying? They should pay you.
Yo, Clay, you back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I highlighted this comment because Slime's not the only one I've heard say this. Slime's not the only person that said, yo, I didn't even know you had to pay for keeping a belt. A lot of people just assume that when you get a belt, they just hand it over to you, and then you just get to defend it, and you vacate it whenever you want.
You gotta pay for that motherfucker.
You gotta pay for that. These fighters represent these sanctioning bodies. They're the reason. Fighters are the reason why these belts are popular. The reason why these belts are famous. They're the reason why the belts get this amount of respect that they get, yet they pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So, Andre Ward brought that up to light, and I'm sure that those sanctioning bodies got pissed because Andre Ward said that you can negotiate that percentage that you could the percentage that you have to pay is negotiable.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he brought that up to attention, and he said, "Yo, do you think guys like Floyd and Canelo and Triple G, you think they paying these? Nah, bro, they get all their percentages are negotiated." But then I've seen fighters like Miguel Cotto vacate belts because them sanctioning fees was too much. He said that, I believe Cotto said, I don't know if it was the WBO. I think it was the WBO. They wanted $500,000.
Damn.
And he was like, why would I give them $5,000 when I could give that to my kids? And he just blatantly, and Cotto at the time, he was bigger than the belt, so he wasn't tripping. So he just let it go. He was like, man, ain't no way I'm going to pay this sanctioning fee for this belt.
That's
why
Javante carry it the way he carried it too. That's why Javante, like, I'm not studying chasing no damn belts. Like, he really ain't studying that shit. Like, I'm making too much money to see him. Y'all let y'all play me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let y'all play with me. Like, you know what I mean? And if I'm gonna fight for them belts, y'all gonna pay for them belts by paying me so much. I don't care that you pay me. You know what I'm saying? Paying for the belts. Or I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep knocking dudes out in these pay-per-views, getting this money, and so be it. I don't need them belts, man. Tell Devin Haney, you know what I mean? You know what he can do, what he can go do. Yeah, the sanctioning bodies has to be addressed because I don't think a lot of people realize how much their BS gets in the way of us seeing what we want to see. I don't think people realize like how bad they are, man.
Man, Mark just said 500 racks. Like, damn, bro, that's a crib. In 2000,
That's crib too.
yeah, in 2015, when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao for that WBO welterweight title, as soon as Floyd won it, he vacated it. He goes, Keith Thurman can fight for that. I'm done. I'm out the game. And he said something about that, but I didn't put too much thought into it.
Yo, I'm sorry, y'all.
Based off what Mark just say, you talking about 500 racks? Damn, bro, that's a couple cribs.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You're not on the screen, but I can hear your voice.
Okay. Miguel Cotto, according to Daily Mail, Miguel Cotto stripped the world title after failing to pay 200,000 euros. So somebody tell me how much 200,000 euros is.
That's like 300 grand. Like 275, 300.
Yeah, so my bad. I was a little bit off, but you get the idea. It's
still crazy.
That's still six figures. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, bro.
His reasoning was, why would I pay them that much money when I could give that to my kids? And I can't be mad at that, bro. Like, that's entirely too much, bro. Like, you serious?
That's why these dudes don't want to defend the belts. That's why they'll sit out. They'll sit out for a year and a half.
It makes a lot of sense now, Claymore. Hey, it makes a lot of sense why guy champions is only fighting once or twice a year because they gotta come up out their pocket. Like the damn near half of that check is it's not just the IRS, it's the sanctioning bodies too. They coming like Uncle Sam. You talking about 200 racks? Damn.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And for real, I feel like belts are important when you are like when you a popular fighter, belts matter. It look good after a fight and all that stuff. But once you a megastar, like a Mike Tyson or Ali, if you
had them,
Floyd, like you bigger than the belts. Like you don't necessarily need them to validate who you are as a fighter because everybody know you great already. So guys like Gervonta Davis who are extremely popular and stuff like that, I wouldn't give a fuck if he had a belt or not. As long as he fighting who I want to see him fight, I could care less about a belt. You know why? Because him versus a Shakur Stevenson, him versus a Devin Haney, whoever's at 140, whatever. I wouldn't, bro. You don't need to attach a belt to their fight because the fight is gonna sell on its own.
The names are bigger than the belts.
Exactly. So if you, do it look good when it say, oh, Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis for undisputed? It put a nice little
sound good.
It get a nice little bling on it. You know what I'm saying? It throws some glitter on the motherfucker, make it look good. But if you take it off, it's still Tank and Shakur. So I don't care. I'm gonna watch regardless whether there's a belt in that ring or not. So, like I said, the belts are important for these guys that's on the come up or need some type of leverage when they negotiate and they fight persons or what have you. But when you like well known in the boxing world and you have a mega fight on your hands, bro, a belt should be the least of your concerns. And I've been on the record. I wasn't the biggest Miguel Cotto fan coming up, but I supported that 1,000%. And I just did what's this called? Like the exchange rate. So in today's time, 200,000 euros is $213,000. So almost $214,000. So you charging this dude close to $250,000.
Shit.
Close to $250,000 to defend his titles, bro.
That's my whole damn motherfucker.
No, to keep one title.
Yeah. And so you think when they unified, when you look at like a Jamel Charlo undisputed, and they trying to get him to defend his belts, he got to pay that 4 times, man.
Man.
Yeah. And that,
hey, it all makes sense. Hey, you know what I was gonna say, Mark. I remember. You remember how you said a belt is you have to have an accolade to bring something to the negotiating table. We talking about belts, right? Do you feel like in the future, kind of how like this I did a video on this. Is my opinion. I feel like once fighters smarten the F up, one thing I respect about the whole YouTubers thing, I mean, there's not real boxing, but one thing they are great at, self-promoter. You don't see a Bob Arum or a Eddie Hearn next to them and say, yo, my YouTube fighter is, you know what I'm saying? Because they self-promoters. They popping off their audience. So do you think that these belts is just basically a little decorative promotioning tool? Like, yo, the belt is promoting me for this, you know what I'm saying? I feel like eventually, this is just a thought. Maybe the belts will start to become more and more irrelevant. Because like Floyd Mayweather say, you can't feed your kids belts. And in 5 years, once I retire, on to the next. Nobody gives a damn about you in boxing. They go get you brain damage and you go on next one. You know what I mean? So money it's all about the money. So I'm saying, like, do you feel like eventually people are gonna say, man, F them belts. Y'all can have them. Look at Devin Haney. That motherfucker ain't no champion, but it look good, don't it? I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel like a lot of fighters say that after they get it. And that's life in general. Like, you don't really, you might think something is something until you have it. Then you realize it ain't really what it's chalked up to be. Like a lot of the things I ask these kids at the gym all the time is like, what you want to do with boxing? They all gonna say they want to be world champion, right? But then I notice a lot of guys like Mike Tyson, when they get them belts, they be like, man, this ain't shit. Like this don't do nothing for me. I heard Mike Tyson, he had all his belts lined up, interviewing a dude. He said, I don't really care about these belts. They don't do nothing but collect dust. Said that. Floyd Mayweather, the same thing. He said belts don't do nothing but collect dust. So when you on the come up, you know what I mean, they might be important. You know what I mean? People talk about it in the history books. But like I said, and it could set you up. It could set you up to get you a nice little bag or whatever. But once if you ever get to that point where you like God tier, like top tier type dudes, the least thing you're gonna be worried about is a title. You know what I mean?
That's my question mark. I'm saying, like, maybe 10 years from now, do you feel like people are gonna be like, yo, my name is so poppin'. Fuck that belt. I'm him. I'm Mr. Whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the name is gonna be bigger than the WB.
I think that's happening right now.
No promoter. I'm me. Like, kind of how the YouTubers is doing. My name is Jake Paul. You know what I mean? I'm him. You know what I mean? Like,
Tank doing that. Tank for sure doing that.
I think social media is only gonna get bigger down the line. It's just gonna
get promotion. So if we fight it right now, we promoting. So yo, I'm Southpaw TV. He was doing TV. He Claymore Rain. We promote. You know what I'm saying? Like, the power of social media is what got these YouTubers not needing a Bob Arum standing next to them. They getting millions, bro. They doing millions of buys and they can't even fight. I think it's just
and then look, when you get
future type shit.
When you get like people like Saudi Arabia, right? Like the way they just came in the game and they were like, yo, I don't care about your promoter. Let me talk to the fighter, and they shooting the fighter 30 million.
There you go.
25 million. Yo. And they just like, we know it's gonna be exciting. Then these dudes is building stadiums in the middle of the desert for 2 nights, inviting every star in the world's coming out there, spending all the money because their pockets got no bottom to it.
Man.
Yeah, it changes the game a lot. You know what I mean? That's another thing that I was actually gonna bring up as well, was what do y'all think about the way Saudi Arabia did that Ngannou Tyson Fury fight? Like, I'm not talking about the Tyson Fury Ngannou fight, but I'm talking about the event. The event was crazy.
Bro, it was phenomenal. They had everybody and their mom there, and I'm sure they paid all them dudes to show up. I doubt they just came.
They paid people to come. They paid Eminem, actor. They paid people just to sit there to say, "Yo."
They paid the fighters. They paid all the legends too. They paid
the old school legends, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, all them. Bro, like you say, Mr. Rain.
Bro, they had.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
They had boxing legends there. They had musicians. They had like famous athletes. They had they had Cristiano Ronaldo there.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody was there, bro. And it was just a beautiful event. How the way they set that up, that was A1. And I love how I think that these Saudis, they a little bit ahead of their time, because I think eventually, I think there's a few things that's going to change about boxing later down the line. I think that there's going to be I don't think promoters is going to be a long-term thing because of social media. I think that promoters are eventually going to be eliminated, or there's going to be very little. The only thing that's really going to be that's going to remain relevant in terms of like big wigs in boxing is probably going to be lawyers, managers, advisors. I think that they're going to cut them. I think social media and these Saudis, if they continue investing in the sport of boxing, they're going to cut out the middleman totally.
Man.
Like music, like they did the music game, like the
Man,
music
bro,
game.
hey, that's some facts, Mark, bro.
Yo, promoters gonna be cut. I think they slowly but surely gonna get cut out of the equation, especially when they don't promote you as well as social media does. So once they
Man,
social media to the best of its potential, then that's when promoters gonna start getting X'd out of the equation. We're gonna see a lot more fighters be free agents. Another thing, I think that channels giving boxing, I think that's gonna I think streaming is gonna take over boxing. I think that every big boxing every boxing network like PBC or Top Rank, I think they're gonna be around, but I think that they're gonna be on streaming platforms. I don't think we're gonna be scrolling through channels on Xfinity or Verizon Fios or whatever and see boxing on there. I think if we want to see top tier boxing, we're gonna have to go on streaming services like Netflix. I think we're gonna have to go on streaming services like, if the Zone is still around, like just a streaming platform. I don't think TV is gonna be hosting boxing too much longer because these streaming platforms are generating billions of dollars, and boxing is gonna go wherever the billions of dollars are. So I
And the
think,
streaming platforms are touching more people, bro.
yeah,
Period. They just touching more people at one time, man.
bro. I don't,
A streaming platform will literally have the whole world watching you, bro. It's
bro.
different than pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is cool, but when you telling me a pay-per-view sold 300,000 motherfucking pay-per-views, dog, trust me, way more than 300,000 people watched this fight.
oh
Y'all
hell,
getting robbed, bro.
I don't.
Ain't nobody studying your damn pay-per-view model no more, bro. We know how to catch these fights and how to watch these fights without paying y'all $100 to see the fight, bro. If anybody paying, like, I ain't gonna hold you. I'll pay the money, bro. I'm gonna show the love because I really like the sport like that. I'd literally pay the money, but there's too much money being lost for them not to start thinking about that and being like, it's just like the music game. Once Napster, remember when Napster first came out? I don't know. I know I'm kind of
Yeah,
old.
no, I remember that.
I remember
Right.
Nasty. I had an iPod.
Yeah, you remember, as soon as that happened, it was like 3, 4, 5 years later, CDs stopped being in the stores. All these stores started closing down, the FYEs and all these, where they were selling CDs, it was
Tower
over.
Records.
Yeah, Tower Records, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? These things went away, bro, because it didn't make no sense. I'm not gonna go buy that CD when I can go on this website, bang, 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 get what I want, burn my own CD. Come on, bro. That's what's gonna happen with this boxing, bro. They're gonna have to figure out a way.
Yo, but you know what I'm peeping to, and this is how you know things are changing. I'm going to people's houses and seeing less and less people with cable.
I don't have cable.
Bro, I just see people with Wi-Fi, maybe a Fire Stick.
We got Wi-Fi in this bitch. We don't got cable. We got Wi-Fi.
Tell them about
We
it.
got
Talk to them.
Wi-Fi, and
We
then
watch everything.
and then
Everything.
TV. We got a smart TV that has all the streaming services. I can go on
In it.
right now. I can
That's what I got too. Hey,
Hulu,
we got everything
Juice,
on the TV.
whatever.
We got Netflix, motherfucking Disney Channel, all that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, ABC. I don't care what it is. I watch ABC. I watch it. There's nothing I can't watch on a streaming service, bro. Nothing I can't watch.
That's true. No, that's true. But
I think
it's
it's gonna be non-existent later down the line, bro.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%. But like Mark just say, from what it looks like it's heading in the future, you will not see a 97-year-old Bob Arum or a goof ass Eddie Hearn trying to with no swag. I mean, no disrespect to nobody, but you can't tell me an old white man can relate to a young up and coming boxer from Chicago or Philly or New York. You can't tell, yo, I can hype him up. I'm his hype man. You come from two different worlds. You can't hype me up. You know what I'm saying? Flavor Flav, you used to hype up Chuck D because they was from the same hood.
Right.
A promoter should be your hype man. Should be big him up. It's impossible for these older, well, no disrespect to the old white man, but it's gonna be impossible in the future. I mean, hey, like I said, you don't see Jake Paul having a promoter. He hype himself up. I think in the future promoters will become obsolete, just like Mark say about the whole channels and all that. It's gonna go to the streaming. And I think that's where boxing is headed. 2024, like Mike said, it's going to be a big year because where will PBC go? I understand that Canelo's going to have 2 more fights still on Showtime because that's what he signed. But where will they go? It's going to take a big turn. I don't give a fuck about all that. My only question is, will we continue to see the big, fights? But it's a very interesting topic to touch on. I wouldn't talk about this on my channel because it's not really my lane, but it's great conversation to have, bro, because it's how we consume boxing. I'm gonna pay. I'm not broke. I'll pay. I used to steal, but not no more. But wherever they go, I'm finna pay.
No, I'm gonna tell you, if the fight is whack, I'll steal it, bro. They need to watch doing that too, though. Like this Devin Haney Regis Prograis fight,
I'm not paying for that.
They out of pocket making that pay-per-view, bro. They out of pocket, bro.
I'm
sorry.
I have a cell phone. You know what?
I'm not paying for it. I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah.
I'm stealing it. And I'm gonna do it live with and I'm gonna tell people I bought it.
They out of pocket, fam. They out of pocket, fam.
I don't steal.
You said
that fight ain't supposed to be pay-per-view, fam. They out of pocket. They bugging.
I'm gonna buy it, but every time one thing about my channel, God bless the internet. Whenever I buy a fight, I make the money back that night. So like, I'm okay. But it's crazy they're having that shit on pay-per-view.
Southpaw say he gonna steal it to tell everybody he bought
it. Yo.
He said he protesting. He said he protesting.
But stand outside with
he said, I got the money, but I ain't paying that shit. I stand for
with their faces X'd out. Don't buy this. Don't go buy this. I'm gonna stand outside of Walmart with a sign with both their faces on. Like, don't buy this shit, y'all. Don't buy this shit.
They're gonna keep doing it too if you buy it. They're gonna keep doing it.
They gonna tax your ass. They're gonna steal your credit card number. I'm telling you.
Listen, leave it be, man. That fight ain't supposed to be on pay-per-view. The future is here, and that's why.
Bro, I think that's a great conversation. That y'all brought up, man. Like for real.
Yeah, I think PBC is seeing it too. That's why even you look at them, they're looking to make their deal with who? Amazon streaming services, Netflix streaming services. They see in the future. They trying to get in front of it instead of getting run over by it. They trying to get in front of it and be like, you know what, we're gonna put ourselves in the right position. Top Rank is just becoming played out. Bob Arum, I don't know. That man, he got good doctors, man. That man living on please and thank you. He living on please and thank you, bro. Straight up. Every morning that boy looking up to the sky and saying please and thank you to God, because I don't know how he's still walking around. But the game is changing.
No cane or nothing, bro.
No, he just
walk on his own, bro.
Impressive. It's impressive though. It's impressive, man.
I mean,
dog too.
Yeah,
it's impressive. Fam, you walking around still operating like you.
But you know what that is though? Hey, y'all know what that is, right? That's the devil keeping him alive. Because the good die young. The devil is gonna make that man live to 137 years old, for he could wake up shitting on himself.
Oh my God, he's shitting on himself now. I know he's walking around with a diaper right now. I know for a fact.
He got one on. Hey, he's being changed right now, with his legs up in the air. Excuse my language.
Baby powdered up and everything. At least he can afford it.
They're putting baby powder after they change him.
Yep. Yo, we making fun of him, but that's probably mad
we gonna be like that.
It's probably real close to what's really happening. It's probably real close to what's really happening.
Hey, but I'm gonna get to this, y'all. Hey, man, I love chop it up with y'all, man. Hey, y'all got the conversations that I'm not smart enough to have on my channel, but I could always, you know what I'm saying?
No, we building, man.
Marcus a great channel. And hey, bro, start your channel up, bro. You could always come on my channel, hype your shit up like Mark used to with me. He don't come on no more though, cause he monetized.
He too big now.
Like,
what? He too big.
When I can get paid for my
He too big. He too big. He got big on you. He got big on you, Southpaw. He got too big.
I know. I know he did. I helped him get monetized. Like, man, you shit. Who? I don't know that Southpaw guy. I go on Orthodox channel. I don't go to Southpaw channel.
Yeah, listen, brother. I don't do that no more, man. You know
what
I'm saying?
I'm just fucking with you. But it's good chop up with y'all, man. Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Devin Haney soft. I'm gone.
Church.
He canceled on me today. I was going on today for sure.
No doubt. No, fam. I want to do something. I wanna do something with you guys for real. With you, I wanna do something for real. I'm still out of town. You see, I'm in the hotel. I need to go lay it down, stop playing around, but got shit to do in the morning. But I'm on bill with you. We got to find a way to. I don't know how to contact you outside of these type of situations. I can send you a message on on your uh on your on your YouTube channel or something.
Do you got social media?
Nah, bro. So, well, yeah, I got my I got my Instagram. I got an Instagram.
Yeah, you see my first at name right there is Mark.Mazuma. MARK.MAZUMA. You can write that John down and then you can follow me and then you can just DM me from there. Or I'll DM you, it don't really matter. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's him looking for it now, but yeah, man. So that's pretty much what it is.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What is it again?
It's Mark.Mazuma. So MARK.MAZUMA. You put that on your search bar on Instagram, on pop right up. And you can just follow me from there. Yeah, he must be going to go do that. But yeah, let me see. Promoters nowadays are recruiters for major networks. They will be used for promoters to bring upcoming fighters. That may be true. That may be true, but I think that they might be like talent evaluators at that point. I don't know if they would necessarily be promoters. You know what I mean?
What's going to happen is these fighters are going to do like what Jake Paul did. What Southpaw brought up was real. They're going to they're going to have their own business, like Floyd Mayweather. They're going to have a promoter, but it's going to be somebody they hired to do a certain job. Like it's not going to be your regular boxing promoter. They're going to become companies. They're going to become franchise companies, and they're going to have all these moving parts that they're at the top of. And like what Terrence said a couple of months ago, the fighters are going to come to the table now. They're going to be allowed at the table. And even if coming to the table means not them being there, but their representation that they hired personally, to somebody who has vested interest in them being successful, not somebody who's just, don't worry, I got it. And you got to use all their lawyers, but meanwhile, they fucking you over 5 different ways. It's just going to be a different model. It's going to benefit the fighters, and ultimately, when it's all said and done, it's going to benefit us because it's going to be less people in the middle of us getting the fights we want to get. Mark my words. We're going to start seeing better fights quicker. They're not going to take as long, and these cab drivers ain't going to be up in there fighting against pound for pound best fighters in the world. We're going to see the fights we want to see because the fighters going to get involved. Because the only reason we ain't seen the fights is because of Top Rank and goddamn PBC, bro. That's why we ain't getting the fights. It ain't the fighters, bro. Look,
Yeah,
ain't none of these boxers scared, bro. They not scared like that, bro. They got in the game to fight, bro. They not scared like that. They're not fighting each other because the promoters is like, chill, I got you. You want to get the biggest bag? Let me do what I do. What happened with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? As soon as they pushed Al Heyman to the side, and Errol was like, yo, I got this. And they got on the phone with each other, bang, bang, bang. Fight was scheduled. Just
yeah.
like that.
I think a lot of boxers don't really understand that they, especially when they now if you are like if you want to come up right now and you had that and then you have that if you have that idea in your head, well, without me, then they won't make no money. That might get you put on the shelf, or you know what I mean, it might get you kicked up out their promotional company. But if you're a top tier fighter like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, then you will understand the leverage that you have in that company. You know what I'm saying? You realize that you're the boss at the end of the day, and the promoter works for you. For some reason, there's some notion out there that the fighter works for the promoter, and I think that was done strategically by the promoters. You know what I mean? So so they gonna make it seem like these fighters don't really have a say in what they get paid or how often they fight or who they fight, all that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the fighters are the bosses, because if they're not fighting, these promoters not getting no return on their investment or anything like that. So there's somebody right here. His name is Osam, the
Yeah, I
fan.
mean,
He says you can't have your own company with no while being. I don't know what he's trying to say. I think he's
you
trying to
can't
say you
have
can't
your own company with no.
while being a full pro fighter, especially if nobody knows you. It's not that
Yeah.
easy to fall. He's a YouTuber at the end, not a fighter. Well, we seen Devin Haney do it. When he was relatively unknown. I think. Let's see who else. I've seen. I mean, you saying if nobody
I
knows you.
yeah, I see what he's saying, but I think there's different levels to to it, right? So what do I mean by that? I mean,
And Boots didn't have a promoter neither.
yeah, you just gotta just having somebody at the table who you've hired is going to be different. Are you going to be able to come and do it like Jake Paul? No, not up front. You won't be able to do it like Jake Paul. But once you get into that point where you're unifying belts and you're a champion, there's no reason for for a champion not to fight his mandatory. The only reason that's not happening is because of his representation, bro. It's not the fighters who are doing that. So yeah, if you are an amateur fighter or a prospect coming up in the game, yeah, you got to get underneath the banner of somebody. But it's just like I said, just like the music industry, you get to a certain point where it's just like, I don't need no damn deal, bro. I can sell my own streams. I don't need you. When they came to the boy, I can't remember his name, the light skinned boy from Chicago, who rap all like, he rap properly. What's his name, man? What's the boy's name? Light skinned dude, bro. Oh my
You said
God.
Spencer?
What's his name?
No. His name Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper. He wasn't gonna sign no deal. It didn't make no sense. You feel me? It was just like,
Yeah.
you can't afford me, bro. I'm making too much money on my own. What, you gonna give me 100 million? Like, how much money you gonna give me to make me sign with you and have you telling me what to do? At some point in the game, fighters are going to hit that stage in the game. Everybody's going to hit it in every industry. Fighters just have their time coming, whether it's the next 5 to 10 years. These promoters ain't going to have, and if they are going to be promoters, mark my words, they're going to get way less percentage. They're not going to get paid the way they were getting paid. They're going to get lawyers up their ass that you're going to have representing you. Like, what are you doing over here, dog? No, we didn't pay you to do that. Do this, do that, and you're done. Get up out of here. They're going to become insignificant. You watch. Remember, I told you that, bro. They're not going to be the same in the same way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They're
I'm
not going to come the same way, bro. It's going to change.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think times are changing. I think social media is really taking over. The internet in general is really taking over. Streaming platforms are taking over. It's a
Yeah.
new era. Technology is just getting more and more advanced as we continue to go through life, and I think that's going to have an effect on boxing. I think I think I think cable in general, like I said,
It's
is going to
done.
be non within the next decade or two. I think everything that we're gonna be able to see on the television is gonna be through streaming platforms like Hulu, Zeus, Amazon Prime, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I think that that's where we're gonna be watching boxing at as well. It already looks like football and all these different platforms are starting to transition over to
Yeah,
stream.
you watching that on Amazon Prime now. I watch it on Amazon Prime, bro. All the games, man. They
Yeah,
don't even show it on NBC no more, ABC, wherever they used to show. They don't even show football games on them channels no more, bro.
that's. I really feel like that's a genuine like foreshadowing of what's gonna happen in the future with boxing. HBO dipped on them, dipped on boxing. Showtime dipped on boxing. I don't think there's any channels that got boxing on right now that we could.
And the reason they dipped is because of the pay-per-view. That's why they dipped. They were like, what the hell is going on? They seeing that the numbers, when you see Javante, like I said, you see Javante Davis sell 250,000 pay-per-views. Come on, bro. You know damn well more than 250,000 people seen that fight, bro. That is just not a real number. That's just the number of people that paid the $100 or the $90 or the $70. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's selling way more than that. They're losing way too much money, and they don't feel like investing in the technology to monitor it closer and to actually get. They don't want to invest in that. So that's why, first of all, Paramount bought Showtime. So Showtime's not going to exist no more. I think
That's
this is
why.
their last year.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of boxing because they took over.
Yeah, Paramount said we're not doing that, bro. We're doing movies, and we got a whole nother business model. We're not getting involved in that shady game of boxing where y'all selling $90 pay-per-views and everybody's stealing, pirating, stealing your shit. We're not playing that game with you guys, bro. Y'all could
Yep.
take that somewhere else. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Okay, we got
but
somebody named William Jimenez. He says, "Yo, Mark, my boy boxes, and we plan on going to your gym to visit. Can you give us a day pass? And we want to get the best Philly cheesesteak uh
grinders.
grinders. I don't know what that is. What is that?
I don't know. It sounds like a sandwich. That's why I'm gonna think they call them grinder sandwiches.
That's what he
It's,
mean. He rode 4 hours away, estimated arrival. Well, yeah, I'll definitely get if y'all coming, y'all come to my gym at the time that I'm there, or just in general, you just let me know in advance. Yeah, we could definitely give you a date pass, and if y'all want the best Philly cheesesteaks, we could guide you in the right direction as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. You stop by. You take a 4-hour drive to come see us, bro. We definitely gonna show love. So yeah, you just let me know when y'all plan on doing that, and we'll take care of you for sure.
Yo, fam, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I really appreciate y'all having me on the platform. I gotta lay down. I gotta get up in the AM, and it's already the AM, and I'm played myself.
Yeah,
So
I feel you, bro. Yeah, got
no
you.
doubt, man. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat. Y'all be safe.
All right, homie. Take care, Claymore. I appreciate you. All right, so this is gonna be my exit as well. We just hit 2 hours on the dot on this live. I appreciate everybody that came in and we spoke. We had great conversation between Clay, Southpaw, and myself. We definitely got both topics out the way, and then we had some good conversation on the future of boxing. So great live overall. Probably one of the most informative ones I've done lately. So and my energy good. I'm not like dead tired, just rambling and nothing like that. So it was a great live overall, man. Yo, shout out to the nation, shout out to the mob for tuning in, man. Shout out to my boy Slime, Mastermind, of course, William Jimenez, man. You let me know when you in Philly. Osam, the fanboy killer, shout out to him. He's been real heavy in the comments today. Migs 187. There's a few people that's in here right now, man. I appreciate everybody that been tuning in, especially Anonymous. That's my boy right there. He said, "Hey, word is they're trying to put Dillian White on the Joshua Saudi card. Who do you think his opponent will be? I hope it's a power punch. I want to see if his chin gets sent to the orbit again." Well, that's funny, to orbit. Well, in all honesty, they should just put him in there with another cheater. So let's see Dillian White versus Gerald Miller. I mean, let them both juice themselves to the gills and rumble, and whoever win. But apparently, they saying that Big Baby Miller may face somebody. You know what I mean? I saw Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, and Anthony Joshua versus who was it? Anthony Joshua versus I don't even know. Anthony Joshua versus somebody. Joshua versus somebody. Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. No, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallen, the one who gave Tyson Fury a real tough fight. So Joshua, Otto Wallen, Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, and then they were supposed to say that Gerald Miller and somebody was supposed to fight. I'm not even sure who it was. But regardless, I think it was Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois versus Gerald Miller, which I don't really understand that. You know what I mean? Why is Gerald Miller being presented? Why is he getting the opportunity to fight on this big card? And why are Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fighting on separate bouts on the same card? I don't understand that. Why can't they just fight each other? You could afford both of them guys. Why you just can't make them the official bout? Miggs 187. He says, "I'm in Philadelphia every day, bro. Frafer and Kensington." Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, all right, yeah. You ain't too far from where I grew up. Yeah. That's dope. For sure. No, it wasn't Andy Ruiz, man. It was supposed to be Dan. So apparently, according to the reports, it's Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallen, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. And if y'all do y'all research, Joseph Parker ducked Deontay Wilder back when they was when they were supposed to fight each other. That was supposed to be a unification fight. He went elsewhere. He made another move. And then it's supposed to be Gerald Miller versus Daniel Dubois. Now, if Dillian White's on that card, they should just make Dillian White and Gerald Miller fight each other. They both cheaters. You know what I mean? Let them both do what they do. Let them be little cheaters and then rumble each other. Whoever the most juice win. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's what I've been hearing, man. I ain't going to get caught up in conversation no more, man. I'm going to get up out of here. We got 16 people in the building. I think it peaked around like 30-something viewers, so I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. I hope y'all left a like. Oh, if y'all like what y'all seen, please subscribe to the channel. I'm on here consistently throughout the week, man. Post videos on the regular, even post shorts. I do all that. Also have a website, MazumaMerch.com. If y'all like what y'all see, purchase a coffee mug, a sticker, hoodie, T-shirt, crew neck, long sleeve. I got all of that on there, man. So go check it out. This is Mazuma TV. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob for checking in. I'm out of here, man. I hope y'all have a great night. Peace.